What is good, YouTube? Quinway coming to y'all with an analysis, breakdown slash tribute on the late great Moses Malone, one of the best interior players offensively in NBA history. He's quick, he's fast, he's nimble, he's smart when getting the ball in the paint, and he makes quick decisions how he wants to score and how he wants to attack. He's good with his left hand, he's good with his right hand, and he's good going straight to the basket or going straight up in any situation, usually at the rim and in the paint. And this guy has the spin moves. He has the ability to go through you. He has the ability to finish over you. He has the ability to finesse it. And he is just a tough cover. And his game has been induplicable in NBA history. We have never seen a player like this ever besides himself. And he was able to do it with knowing exactly what to do from the start of getting the ball till it went right in the basket. And I look at this as something that's very unique because he had the push shots, he had the hook shots, he had the quick sweeps, he had the footwork, he had the ability to hit the push jump shots because you had to find a way to wall him off a little bit when he caught the ball further away from the hoop, and he was still able to even hit the mid-range jumpers when it's needed. And I feel like that's something that just amazing to see. But this guy wasn't even a 7 footer. He was close to 7 feet 6'10", but he used that versatility and that size and that bruteness to his advantage, even if it's about clearing space for his ability to attack the rim. And he can finish strong with one hand, two hands. He can finish strong coming off screens, the give and go, pick and roll, or just by being in the paint or being close to the paint, he'll just take off and finish at an efficient level. And I feel like that was something that was very impressive too about his game. And he was able to get to the free throw line a bunch. Wasn't the greatest free throw shooter, but it was good to get other centers in foul trouble to get them off the court. And that's something that he did really well in his career, even if it was with a jump shot. But one thing I would say also that made him great was knowing that when he got the space that he can go straight up and just knock it down without trying to force it, without trying to overthink it, without trying to find a way to possibly commit an offensive foul. And that was another thing that really made him great with the basketball in his hands. He didn't have the best handles, he didn't have the best dribbles, but he knew how to use his footwork, his patience, his size, his quickness to his advantage, even if it was on a perimeter. And that's something that's underlooked and underrated about his game, especially because he can even do it to 17 feet. And he was a threat out there too, and he was seemed like he was comfortable doing that when post people didn't see him being able to do that. But we know him as one of the greatest, if not the greatest, rebounder, especially offensively in the NBA. And this guy will miss his own shot, tip it to himself, grab it over two people, three people. His own teammates will be in the paint, and they don't even get a chance to jump in the air to get themselves a chance to get a rebound because he was just that fast and that quick off his feet. He was like a pogo stick going up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down until he successfully grabbed it, and then he would even finish it sometimes, and people will wonder, how did you grab the rebound that fast and go right back up for a finish? And I couldn't block it or get my hand on the ball at all. And he was able to do that frequently every game, even when he was older. That was his style of play. That was what made him special. That's what made him great. And that's what made him hard to stop too, because it can get you in foul trouble when you're reaching and you're slapping and you're trying to find a way not for him to bump you or run into you just in case he misses again. And even though he did shoot efficient above 50% for a career, it just shows you how determined and how dangerous he was in that interior um, the whole game. And he never really gave up on the play, even if he had to add himself into it late with his rebounding or his putbacks. And I thought that that was really cool to see the activeness of a Moses Malone in that paint and living up to that hype as an MVP and delivering a Finals MVP ultimately in Philadelphia, which is his greatest accomplishment, which is sweeping and dominating the Lakers. And I feel like that was a great way, you know, to be remembered as a guy that can lead the team to the finals, but also get it done against one of the greatest teams ever. But longevity was something that he also had in his career. And I feel like it's important to remember how you have to be great, and you have to be great for a long period of time. And he was one of those guys that was a 12-time NBA All-Star, and he was even able to be great in the ABA, and he was an All NBA first team player 4 times, All NBA second team 4 times. He was a defensive player on the first and the second team, and he was also All ABA rookie team, and he was a 6-time NBA rebound leader, and was able to compete with himself for about 4 years, topping the rebound leader a couple times in a row, and doing it all in one span. And he is one of the greatest, most dominant players in NBA history, and nobody can take that away from him because he wanted it that much. He put that much work in. He dedicated and devoted his career to basketball, and it was just fun seeing him dominate. But you can also see the fact that he was a great passer. He can pass in the low post, he can pass in the high post. He made quick passes to find guys in their sweet spot, and he also allowed them to free roam. And then he would just say, if I'm going to draw that attention, I'm going to make the right play and find my teammates so they can knock down easy opportunities, sort of like practice shots, and that builds their confidence, and that builds, a good chemistry, a good bond with players, showing that you trust them to make the right play like you did, and that makes players happy to play with you. And I feel like that was something that he was always good at, which is using the paint, using the post to affect the game at the highest level. And even if it was passing, I can pass to a mid-range shooter, a three-point shooter, or a cutter, and I can still get the job done. And that was something that he showed, that he can be a hub of the offense too, in that paint or close to it. And he got it done at a high level, at an efficient level, and it was something that most teams wasn't prepared for, because these guys was attacking you at all angles, and you had to watch for Moses trying to crash the boards, or you had to watch him cutting to the basket trying to finish, or even hitting that mid-range jumper if he got the ball. So it really made them a dangerous team because his passing was just that great too. Other than that, comment, like, subscribe, and share. Hit the notification bell for more analysis, whether it's a tribute, whether it's 2K, whether it's breakdowns, whether it's rookie coverage, rundowns of what teams have done throughout the months, or even just cool conversations about basketball. If you love basketball and you can't live without it, or it's one of your favorite sports, this is the channels for you, because I usually upload every single day with something new and something creative and innovative when it comes to basketball. Enjoy the rest of y'all day. I'm gone.